my friends, my family, my acquaintances, and all things in between. As you can see, once again, the voice in the dark is in the dark. I've been wanting to do more of these since I actually started this YouTube channel, but unfortunately, they really haven't had too much to talk about just yet. I could go into the political arena a little bit, and I will, just to say one thing that I find rather ironic. But before I get into all that, just letting you all know where I'm at right now and what I'm doing. I am actually house sitting with my son at my father's house, and because he and my mother, well, my mom, I should say, had finally had a chance to have a bit of a vacation. Oh, I got something there. And so we're here to watch the house, watch the dogs, make sure everything stays okay here. And so far, things have been very peaceful. Thank goodness for that. Otherwise, it's been business as usual. Still trying to find a job. I haven't really had too much luck with that yet. I have one possible job that I might have heard about that I'm not going to get into yet. Not yet. But I'm going to be looking into that pretty soon, too. Otherwise, life goes on, as it always does. Oh, but things going on in the world, all this silly, dumb stuff. Good gracious. What strange times we live in, no? For the first time in, what is it? No, I don't even know how many years. The whole situation with North Korea. I mean, I feel like not long ago we were talking about how they were going to get nuclear weapons and were going to force us all into World War III, and this was going to be it. This was going to be this was our nuclear scare of this generation. You know, we used to have, back in the 80s, it was the Cold War, and we thought that the Soviets and America were going to have this big, huge nuclear war, and the survivors would have to live in Mad Max world. Totally unrealistic, by the way, but a good bunch of movies if you ever seen it. Very violent, though. Keep that in mind. But yeah, we all thought North Korea was going to get nuclear weapons, and it was just going to be all bad. And now suddenly, here we have North and South Korea finally signing a peace accord to end the conflict between the two countries, between North and South Korea. There are the naysayers out there who are just going, well, you know, it's going to be a ploy just to make sure that the American presence in South Korea is pushed out, and then North Korea doesn't have to worry about that anymore, and they can do what they want. I mean, it could very possibly be that, but there's also the other possibility that Kim Jong-un there might actually see the writing on the wall, because his country, for as hard as his regime and his father's regime, and as long as his family has been in power, have tried to cut that country off from the rest of the world. But eventually, you can't keep it out forever, and the people there are realizing this is a whole bunch of lies. The world is not the way they think it is. I could be completely wrong on that, but something just tells me, maybe not. And then the whole, well, you know, President Trump, what did he have to do with all this? I mean, he had a lot to do with it, the very fact that he took a very firm stance on how, on North Korea, and basically, yeah, I'm not going to get into too many details about it because I'm just talking, and I didn't do a whole shit ton of research about it. But I do find it a little funny how the news media outlets seem so begrudging about giving President Trump any sort of recognition for this. Even when the leaders of South Korea themselves and many other leaders of the world are the ones saying that yes, he had a lot to do with it, that he should be getting the credit for it. But no, the news medias of his own country, begrudgingly, only because there is absolutely no other way they can spin it. That's the only way they give him credit for it. Oh, what a time we live in. Oh, now the light's going to change a little bit. But that's okay. Well, I guess we'll see how things continue to go. But hey, it is what it is, and the life, the world will go on. As for myself, well, I guess I'll just continue to do what I do, put my voice out there as I am, and hopefully try and better myself. One of the things that has been suggested from one of my friends who listens to these little voice podcast things that I do, he suggested that I should find like scary stories to read. And for those of you who do not know what those are on the internet, there's actually a term for them. They're called creepypastas. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them not so much. However, a lot of it does have to do with the people who actually read the stories. I think maybe I'd like to try that if I can find a decent one to read, just to give it a try, just to see how it sounds. Obviously, if I do that, I'm not going to use this unprofessional format right here. I'm going to use like an actual microphone and probably won't even see my face. You just whatever background I can put into it. But yeah, who knows? I might try it. What's the worst that happen? Absolutely nothing. But yeah, there's a couple other things I want to try too. Trying not to be. I made this channel and then I just like, well, what should I do with it now? Well, I'll just keep doing what I do, and if anything interesting comes up, yeah. At least you guys will be able to, for those who actually like to hear this, if you subscribe to my channel, which you should be able to do somewhere down here, then you can get alerts, and that way, when I put up a new video, you get to hear my voice. And that's basically what you've been wanting, right? You know who you are. I know you do. As always, I'm just messing around. But, yeah, I won't let this go too much longer because I don't have too much to say. At least not tonight, anyway. So, with that, I'll let it go. As always, I love our little chats, and hopefully there'll be a lot more of them as soon as I can like I said, as soon as I can figure out some stuff to talk about. And yeah. So to all of you out there who do listen to these, I love you madly. Remember, God loves you. I hope your day was great. I hope tomorrow is better, and the day after that even better than that. Good night, and God bless you all.